Breaking: Schumer tells Trump, "I have never supported a border wall, here's proof he did." On Saturday, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, D.N.Y., took to the Senate floor and gave an ultimatum to President Donald Trump: "Give up your request for money to fund a border wall or the government will stay shut, period." Schumer believes that border wall funding will never pass the Senate. Shortly after his speech that the Senate left town until next Thursday. Everyone knew yesterday, long before the House vote, that the president's wall lacked 60 votes in the Senate. It has proven to lack even 50 votes, Schumer said on the Senate floor on Saturday. "It will never pass the Senate, not today, not next week, not next year," Schumer said. "So, President Trump, if you want to open the government, you must abandon the wall, plain and simple," Schumer said. The Senate is not interested in swindling American taxpayers for an unnecessary, ineffective, and wasteful policy. As reported by CNS News, the entire federal government will not be shut down even for a short time. Only an estimated 25% of the federal government is subject to the current shutdown. The funding for the rest of the government, including the Department of Defense and the Department of Health and Human Services, have already been funded for all of fiscal 2019 in legislation signed by President Trump this fall. Senate Democrats also have opposed a continuing resolution to fund the 25% of the government that is not yet funded and to provided $5.7 billion for construction of a border wall, proposed last week. Oddly, Schumer publicly challenged the notion that he ever supported a border wall, saying, "I have never supported a border wall, and I challenge anyone on the hard right to find a time that I, or any expert, has supported a wall." He clearly must have forgotten the Secure Fence Act of 2006, which was passed by a Republican Congress and signed by President George W. Bush, that authorized about 700 miles of fencing along certain stretches of land between the border of the United States and Mexico. According to PolitiFact, at the time the act was being considered, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton and Chuck Schumer were all members of the Senate.